इस साल में चालू किया है हमारा पुराना गेम जिसका नाम है WWE 2007। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। अब देखते हैं कि क्या होगा इस गेम में। क्या होगा इस गेम में। जो लोग इस स्ट्रीम में आते जाएगा लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब जरूर करते। पहला मैच में खेलने जा रहा हूँ। भी है इसमें बटिस्टा। बटिस्टा के सामने आएंगे स्मैकडाउन में ही हो गया मैच। Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank. Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank. Shout out what you think, I got money in the bank. Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank. Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank. Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank. आज का पहला मैच है बटिस्टा वर्सेस ट्रिपल एच।
50 bought it for me, showed it, but it's still mine. My Chevy clean and the paint look like lemon lime. You wanna shine, it ain't hard.
गेम चालू हो गया गाइस।
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
मेरी डिस्प्ले में तक दी है।
Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple
आप दिख रहा है आप लोग को क्लियर। और ये पहला मैच यहाँ पर चालू होता हुआ। इसमें वो लोग कुछ हमको अल्टीमेट ग्रैपल मूव सिखा रहे हैं जिसमें हमको भी पहला मूव मारने नहीं आता है। ऐसे लोग अल्टीमेट सिखा रहे हैं। अरे भाई पहला तो मार लो। वर्सेस ट्रिपल एच।
Absolutely, Cole. You know what? I've always wanted to say this. Houston, we got a
अब
problem.
भगा दिया।
Actually, we don't have a problem because SmackDown's in town.
You've got that right, partner. The Space City loves SmackDown, and the Superstars are not going to let them down.
Wow, great reversal.
You talk about
अच्छा मार दिया भाई।
You talk about intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
Hey, there's no doubt he's a very impressive dude, no question. But let's not get too carried away here. It's not like he's the biggest and baddest guy ever to step foot in a WWE ring, Cole, you know what I mean?
You say that, Taz, but no one else comes to mind. You've got to be pretty big, and
he smells blood in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match. I think the SmackDown locker room is extremely grateful that Triple H is not a part of it.
The SmackDown
locker room was full of idiots, Cole. And there ain't no bigger icon in the business today than Triple H. Come on, let's face it.
There's no question Triple H has been a huge success case, but he stepped over a lot of bodies on his climb to the top. This Japan, he was one step ahead on that one.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense.
Oh, submission.
We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think...
Oh, man. This is just about the last hole you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure. He saw that one coming.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Batista has had lots of success so far, but that's just because his opponents wouldn't let him psych him out. You can't back down from a dude like Batista.
And I think at the sight of a heavily muscled 6.5-foot animal like Batista doesn't intimidate you, you'd better have your head examined. It sounds like this capacity crowd is something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong. Guys call themselves the best in the business, but in Triple H's case, I think he's right on. Man, I'll tell you, I'd love to have him on SmackDown.
You've got to be kidding me, Taz. Triple H has systematically destroyed the Raw roster. He might be the most hated superstar of all time.
Yeah, but don't kid yourself, Cole. The fans tune in every week to see what the game has got on his mind and what the game is going to do to somebody. Let me tell you something, Triple H, he puts butts in the seats. There is no doubt that Batista made a hell of an impact on Raw, Cole. But now that he doesn't have Triple H or Ric Flair watching his back, I think his days might be numbered.
Batista has taken the best his former Evolution teammates have had to offer, and he's always come out on top. I don't think that's going to change.
I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's there. He's taking a little time to give his opponent a piece of his mind.
You sure you can spare it, Cole?
Talk about adding insult to injury. And these fans love it.
Yeah, well, you know what? He better worry more about the injury and less about the insult until this match is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? He's a WWE Superstar, for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here. To that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you've got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe it.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars.
He's been looking for that all match, Cole, and now he's taking advantage.
Come on, partner. Taking advantage is a rather generous way to put it. He's cheating, plain and simple.
Triple H is the man, Cole. I've been in the ring with this dude, and I'm not ashamed to say he took me to limits, and he ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here. Batista bomb! My God! I think he might have knocked his opponent out cold with that one.
1, 2, you just can't put anything over on this man.
इसका वहां जाके कोई नहीं है भाई ऐसा है एलसी से रीमैच हो गया किस हुआ हो गया तो एक बार और खेल दिया हाँ यार एक बार देखेंगे ना जरा तो R1 यानी कि ये मेरा R1 है। ये मेरा R1 है। R1 की वजह से ये मेरा डब्बा है। ये मेरा R1 है। क्या? ठीक है, समझ गया। कुछ तो करूंगा इस बार।
A big Southern California welcome to all our SmackDown fans. I'm Michael Cole, here with Taz at ringside in San Diego.
Big shout out to all our great fans in the 619 area code here. I love San Diego, baby.
No kidding, partner. San Diego couldn't be more excited for SmackDown action, and we couldn't be more excited to be here.
मार जो भी स्क्रीन में आते हैं भाई लाइक शेयर
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents. And
look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think.
Great reversal. It sounds like this capacity crowd is something on their minds.
Yeah, and thousands of fans.
अब मैं चेंज करना नहीं आता ना।
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't. Oh my, there's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
No doubt, Cole. If your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't
एक बार जिसका नाम में गेम खत्म हो जाएगा।
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad this looks like he's taking his opponent for a ride.
Use
Batista bomb. That ain't a ride you want to take twice. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. Batista has had lots of success so far, but that's just because his opponents wouldn't let him cycle. There's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out for this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
These superstars have been going up. He can talk all he wants, Cole, but once he's lost the match, this guy's gonna wish he spent more time going after his opponent.
I think you're wrong about that, Taz. I think this is going to make his victory tonight that much sweeter. What a reversal!
Whoa! Watch it! He reversed it! Nice reversal!
I
think the SmackDown locker room is extremely grateful for Triple H.
And the SmackDown locker room is full of idiots, Cole. And there ain't no bigger icon in the business today than Triple H. Come on, let's face it.
There's no question that Triple H. Look at this. No fear on the face of this superstar.
Yeah, that 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee.
He's taking a little time to give his opponent a piece of his mind.
You sure he can spare it, Cole?
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the look.
देखो बट जब हम खाने लगते हैं मानता नहीं है कि वो बार बार यार वो ब्रेक
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do what.
Look at him, he's just radiating confidence. And he's got a lot to be confident about.
Well, it looks a little overconfident to me, Cole. That could come back up.
This capacity crowd is on its feet.
इस सेंटर में मारूंगा तो जाएगा
There it comes. Batista bomb. That'll break every bone in your body, Cole. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these things, Cole.
You're right about that.
तीसरा बॉल इसी तरह जब तक दोनों ट्रैक ठीक है बच्चे इसमें जाती है
Here's your winner, Batista.
वेस्ट कर देता हूँ Batista bomb. अगला मैच जाएगा तुम्हें तो वो देखना तो यार भाई तो डिफिकल्टी ले जाए ना भाई खेलेंगे अपन ये होगा ट्रिपल थ्रेट मैच बिटवीन बॉबी लेस्ली के बाद सेव करवाओ भाई भाई अच्छा मैच होगा भाई ये मैच थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग मैच है बताता हूँ कि क्यों होगा ये मैच होगा टैग टीम मैच नहीं ये मैच होगा हैंडीकैप मैच हैंडीकैप में गड़बड़ हो जाएगी टैग टीम एलिमिनेशन टैग नॉर्मल टैग मैं रहूँगा Jesse, Rudy, Johnson, Liam.
Okay, little scrap. I got money, be a me, money in the bank. See you, man.
हमने पता कौन रहेगा हमने रहेगा
I'ma get that dough and get with them. Some ladies that know me know Strap is a pro. Fill up at the bar, go get a massage. Buy me a couple, we can make it a massage. You be trying hard, but don't start. You be doing
काटने में तो लगेगी ना भाई.
to the mall. I go get that paper, a make up. Why? I be pulling up, not that you buy me a yacht. Hold on, baby, please go get on your knees. If you don't do it for me, then do it for the cheese. Yeah, I got extra weed. Yeah, money long like sleep. Yeah, if a try to creep, I got extra heat. Got a bank account with a large amount. If a wanna go, we can let it bounce. Take it outside. Falling back, get a sprint up in the club, ballin' with a bigger stack.
I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you think. I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink. I got
Elimination tag team match हो गया ये तो.
Two-step with me, let me show you how it go. The Marcelago, let me show you how it roll. I got
And there's the reversal.
मारी.
There's the reversal, Cole.
उठा भी पाओगे मेरे को? हैं? तेरे फोटो. उठ.
You know what? This scene, he spends a lot of time running his mouth, Cole. If it was me, I'd put a little bit more energy into prove my in-ring skills.
Seen as a WWE champion, Taz, how much more improvement do you really need?
I know the guys on
मारा
top.
मारा मारा रे, मारा मारा मारा
I
रे.
understand that. Sometimes it's easier to become champion than stay champion.
What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
It won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
तो एक में थोड़ा दूसरे में पकड़ लिया.
Familiar with this one, Taz?
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. Now, let me tell you, it's better to give than receive.
उठा लिया. उठा लिया.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
Sure.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
बताता हूँ. उठा ली.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner.
Relax
Sorry
now,
to disturb
sir.
you. It sounds like this capacity
Yeah,
crowd
no,
is
relax
something
now.
on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't come on.
लगेगा ना इसका. पड़ भी नहीं पाएगी.
I don't think there's a superstar in the history of WWE who's gone from rookie to WWE champion as quickly as John Cena has.
Yeah, Cole, but you said it yourself. John Cena has shot up real quick. He ain't picked up the experience that a lot of other superstars have, and that could be a little bit of a problem for him.
Well,
Check this out.
wow, what a dominator that was. I don't think he's going to win any fans over with that.
Leslie ना हो मेरा Leslie.
He's letting everyone know that he don't give
इतना
a damn
मारूंगा
what
ना.
they think.
हाँ.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience.
I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this.
This is going to be big, one way or the other.
Man, you just can't
Oh,
put
but
anything over on these fans.
ये
Sure
खाने का
can.
बना.
They see everything, and they'll let you know about it.
अरे यही.
Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Well, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my number one choice for a broadcast partner, either.
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. And there's the tag. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every
That's not going to make it popular,
but you got to do whatever it takes to win. You got to be kidding me. Give it up. It's not going to happen.
Come on, Taz.
Yeah,
How about a little credit for the attempt?
When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete with SmackDown's fighters.
Come on, Cole. I know you're just trying to be diplomatic, but you can't seriously sit there and say that there's anyone on the Raw roster you'd want to have here on SmackDown.
What?
The way they have for John Cena.
Yeah, that's great, Cole. No doubt the WWE fans, they love John Cena. I get that. But this is
no, John Cena submit करेगा. ये कब से होने लगा?
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE Superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Well, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. What a counter that was. I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not.
Look at this! Using the steel ring steps as a weapon.
And that's a great way to take the fight right out of your opponent in a hurry. Watch it. He reversed it. He's been looking for that all match, Cole, and now he's taking advantage.
Come on, partner. Taking advantage is a rather generous way to put it. He's cheating, plain and simple.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting. No doubt,
Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something huge is going to go down. Nice quick count. Oh, man, I'm telling you, this will not improve your odds of winning any.
You can say that again, Taz. A vicious series of blows there in the corner of the ring. Looks like the tag has been made.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt. Front center. You couldn't be close to this match without being in it.
Well, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am. That was a smart tag. Well, give him an A for effort.
Yeah, and give him an F while you're at it. But no freaking way you're going to lift him. And if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be fearless for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Emotional? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight. Great reversal.
Can you believe this match
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell. Looks like a tag to me.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE Superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
I'll tell you, all the WWE Superstars are legit tough guys. But these Superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole. Intensity. You gotta stare at your opponent and go
I think these superstars are on the mat. Shoulders down. This could be it. Kicked out just in the nick of time.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, right?
Oh, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover, neither. You gotta stay on them and wear them down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that could have a disastrous result.
Let me talk about what it's like. Here's the pin. This could be it.
Is that it? No, only a 2 count.
Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Not too tough to win this one.
You know, this wouldn't be the first time you've made a prediction that didn't pan out.
That's pretty funny. You know what I predict? You keep up with your mouth, you're gonna have a permanent limp. I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Paul.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you have that kind of hype, it's really tough to live up to the expectations. But these superstars ain't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done. He's looking for a big move here.
And they don't get much bigger than this. Dominator.
Wow, look at that confidence. He's letting his opponent know who the boss is.
His cockiness could backfire in a major way. You're not going to last long if you keep getting hit by that.
You got that right. I don't care how tough you are. Whoa, you see that? What a shot.
This could result in a serious injury if no one stops this.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so no one gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side, wow, now that one's not a rule book. But you know what they say, it's not a crime if you don't get caught.
I don't believe it. How could the referee have missed that? I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this.
Looks like they got the tag, Cole.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
I'm sure they have it, Cole. He likes fighting dirty. And it's easy to see why. He's pretty good at it.
He certainly is. And I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic.
Oh man, this is just about the last hole you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it. But as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves. Man, I can't think of a lot more things more painful than getting your face planted into the rope like that.
And that could affect his opponent's ability to see clearly for the rest of this match.
And there's the counter, Cole.
Right,
I think we know which way this one's going to go, Cole.
Actually, Taz, from my perspective, I think it could go either way.
And what perspective would that be exactly? The perspective of somebody who has a neck that resembles a stack of dice. He's got his opponent trapped in a turnbuckle, and here comes a couple sandwiches.
And from the looks of things, they taste even worse than they look.
Oh boy, that turnbuckle is not where you want to be at this point in the match.
Especially when your opponent is raining down those closed fist blows on you.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore his fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think. That tag shows some impressive teamwork. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You can say that again. Waiting for your opponent to make a move or give an opening can be just as intense as putting them through a table.
And whether or not you have that kind of patience often means the difference between winning. Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think. Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to show.
They paid for their tickets after all. How much more abuse can a human being take? If this match doesn't end soon, I think we might have a serious injury on our hands.
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hole must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it.
I gotta tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other the way they have tonight. This is some brutalism.
He's setting up his opponent for the kill.
And there it is, the Dominator.
Oh
no, he's looking for a weapon. This could cause a serious injury.
What a shot. That sledgehammer will mess you up for good.
And I can't imagine how anyone could come back from something like that. He's swinging for the fences with that sledgehammer.
He's all about bringing a hammer down, and that proves it. I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too, and I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by... Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of you.
What an incredible...
He's going in for the kill.
And there it is.
No.
I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think. But these superstars are blowing me away right now.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup. And I haven't been disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not disappointed. But I'll talk about getting stuck with a broadcast partner. I'll talk about that a little bit. Oh man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match. This can't go much longer, Taz. Look at the physical condition of these superstars.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate.
Oh, nice pin करेगी भाई. Oh, pin करेगी भाई. Naturally.
If you ever wondered just how much punishment a human body could take, I think you're going to get an answer
I
tonight.
can be a naturally.
It doesn't look like these superstars are going to go easy on each other.
That's not what they're getting paid for, Cole. And besides, you got too much pride to give less than 100% in there. Man, Cole, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Whoa, here goes the ref. Well, might as well chuck the rule book out the window now.
And that also means that there's no one to call a pinfall or submission.
Oh, God. The ref's on Dream Street, Cole. Anything goes now.
Unfortunately, you're right, Taz. There's no one to enforce the rules until the ref revives. He's got his opponent on the ground. Could this be it?
This is it, all right. STFU. Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner, and this might be enough. Oh, my God, what a sickening impact from that sledgehammer.
No kidding. That thing was meant to crush stone. Just imagine what it would do to a human body.
I think these fans know what's coming next.
You know it, Cole. The FU. Man,
Yes,
get a load of that power. This could be free right here.
Pride in the hearts of these competitors might be the only thing that's keeping them going.
And pride's a powerful emotion. But when you just plain run out of gas, there's nothing in the world that can keep you going.
Well, it doesn't look like they're running on empty quite yet, but you never know when that could change. Come on, ref. That should have been a disqualification right there.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Cole, but it's not. It's not a disqualification.
Hey, don't.
How much can these superstars possibly have left?
Here's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
And now you want to
Real
cut this
match so far.
You won't find better athletes than the WWE Superstars, but they've got their limits. Limits which may have been reached here tonight.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Nothing costs you a match quicker than overconfidence.
I don't know.
I see a dominant superstar who's rallying his capacity crowd behind him.
For Delhi discussion.
These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Don't bother, Cole. I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And what a wild ride it's been so far, with no signs of stopping anytime soon. These superstars certainly aren't going easy on each other tonight. They sure are giving the fans their money's worth.
No doubt, Cole. These WWE superstars put their bodies on the line night after night.
And the fans sell out these arenas
No, har gaya.
Can his opponent kick out?
That was like 2.5, Cole.
Oh, finisher maar degi oye.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other. That top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little to go around.
And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
Plus, it's sure not for personal experience. I know that.
Why do they keep so many dangerous weapons under the ring? Those things can cause serious injuries. Oh my God, what a chair shot!
Yeah, and that don't tickle. Believe me, young lady.
Perfect position.
He smells blood and water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience.
Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it, eh?
And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. Look at these superstars go. It's obvious they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they had.
90% of a match is in the preparation, Cole. You gotta come ready. Man, what a chair shot. Reminds me of the old ECW days.
If that's your idea of good old days, I'm glad I wasn't around for them. victory means absolutely everything for these competitors tonight.
Thank you, Cap. I think we know where he's going with this, Cole.
Here it comes.
जरा कुछ बहुत देर हो गई.
Straight into the ground. I don't know how much longer this can go, Taz. These superstars are starting on the fight. They're running on fumes. And here's the cover.
Hey, bhai.
You know, I know I say this a lot, Cole, but this is not ballet. You step between those ropes, you bet.
She's got a chance to finish off
No.
right here.
Yeah, she took
Gaya.
it. Look at that
Gaya.
DDT.
Tina gaya.
He wasted no time going for that pin.
Hey. लड़कियों ने हरवा दिया भाई. लड़कियों ने हरवा दिया. गजब. लड़कियों से हार गया भाई. लड़कियों से कैसे हार गया भाई. गजब भाई, गजब. वो लोग भी स्क्रीन में आ रहे हैं भाई. लाइक से सब्सक्राइब करते हैं. ये और ये तो बटन चेंज करने हैं. सेट और रॉयल नंबर खेलते हैं यार. मजा आता है. नंबर मजा आता है. नंबर खेलते हैं और थोड़ी देर रेस्ट लेके फिर 9 बजे 10 बजे तक इसको कम करना मजा है. प्लेयर और लोकल थोड़ा तो नहीं देखा कि नहीं खेलने नहीं. वेल्टन बन जा रहा. मेरा नंबर नहीं. हाँ जल्दी से नंबर. तीसरा प्लेयर में आऊँगा. अच्छे प्लेयर है भाई. मैंने किसको लेकर रखा है. लेके जाइए. ये होगा रॉयल रंबल. अब रिंग के बाहर फेंकना और कुछ मैच रूल क्या है इसमें. अब तो रिंग के बाहर फेंकना क्या जरूर करते हैं भाई. स्ट्रीम में जो मिलता है. ओहो सबसे पहले भाभी आया है. भाभी. ओहो बुकाटी वर्सेस भाभी. नंबर 3 पे आएगा. इस रिंग के बाहर फेंकना भाई. तो काम धक्का दिया. यस धक्का देना आ गया ना. लात मारना.
Why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King? No, wait. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you. You're too kind, King.
Oh, no.
As far as I can go.
अभी बाहर जा रहा हूँ मैं. कैसे लग रहा है. Oh,
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR. Oh, really? Enlighten us. Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction? Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR. Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear. Really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports.
represent.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars
बाहर ऐसे नहीं जा रहे हैं।
have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you
ये
want
लोग
to
बाहर
lower
क्यों
the
लगा
tone of
रहे
the
हैं?
Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King,
अरे बहुत लोग होगा भाई बाहर करो। बहुत लोग
Kurt
होगा।
Angle and Chris Benoit, losers. Make sure you give me some warning.
अरे नहीं पा रहा
Get the
है।
hell
बाहर
out of
करो।
here before you do it. I don't want to be any part of what that's going to get me.
Oh, man. That's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref actually pay it.
Uh-oh. I think he's looking to finish off his opponent.
He sure is, King, and that scissors kick just might do it.
Watch out. He reversed it.
सुनता।
He's
अरे
sizing up
ऐसा
his
नहीं था
opponent.
उसको।
This could be it.
There it is, JR. His patented scissors kick.
You're not going to get him with that one. And it's been reversed.
Listen to the crowd,
ओह
JR.
सारे लोग
I
हैं
think they've
बाहर
got
ही
something
निकल
to
रहे
say to
थे।
these superstars.
पहला मैं ही
And if
हूँ।
they're smart, they'll listen. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? This is a classic match of the game. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see
अरे
it.
यार
Yeah, I'm
सांस
happy
तो लेने
to
दो।
see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh no, this is classic
वो
old
भैया ने तो
school
ऊपर से
wrestling
नीचे
at
ले
its
आया।
finest. You, of all people, should be able to appreciate that, King.
Wait a minute, JR. You're not trying to say that I'm old, are you?
Of course not, King. Although there was that rumor going around that your social security number was one.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
बोल लो पीएन भैया
There's
से
the
जीतना
reversal.
वीडियो मेरा है छोड़ दे उसको।
It's like he read his opponent's mind. Oh boy, these fans have got something on their mind. I don't
Bobby.
think this superstar's going to be having any kids in the immediate future, JR.
I wouldn't think so, King. Not without a medical miracle.
I am so glad Chris Benoit isn't the world heavyweight
अरे
champion
लो
anymore, JR.
हुआ
I couldn't stand it when Raw was being
Different
represented by
setup, huh?
someone like him.
Oh, yeah. What a tragedy it was to have a champion who was
Better than
utterly
that.
devoted to the business and to the fans, and who always went out to that ring and gave 110%.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King,
Short,
I
short,
have
short, Bugatti,
absolutely
short,
no
short, short,
idea.
short.
Anything can happen.
I think the end is near, JR. This can't go on much longer.
ओह अंदर आ गया।
Sounds like this crowd's got... Look at this! Look at this! You talk about a house on fire, you're seeing it right here!
Yeah,
That's good.
somebody better put out that fire, or this one's
लो
not going to end
I
well.
am the boogeyman। I am the boogeyman।
I respect the fact that he took responsibility for his actions and decided not to continue down that road. But I can't say that the way he's chosen to live
अरे
his
देख
life
कोई से
since
तो बता नहीं
has
I
overly impressed me.
How can these fans be this excited about Rey Mysterio, JR? He's so tiny that half of them probably can't even see him in the ring.
Well, he's got the crowd and his opponent in the palm of his hand.
That can change in an instant, especially if you let your opponent catch his breath.
कौन सी कोई से बता तो रखी होगी आज
He's
जब
been
मैं स्टूडियो
removed
बाहर
from
हो
the
गया।
ring and from contention in this match.
I can't argue with any of that, JR. But as far as I'm concerned, if Lashley really wants to test his skills, he should stop working Friday night and start working Mondays. I know that Lashley's a big, strong guy, but there's a lot of big, strong guys out there. What makes him so special?
How about the fact that he's a three-time national wrestling champion, or the fact that he's a four-time wrestling All-American, or...
So, JR, are you enjoying the match? These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
He countered that one perfectly. That's it. He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too.
King. This isn't ballet, you
हमने
know.
बढ़ा लो भाई
Well,
स्टैमिना
really,
लेते
JR.
लेते
Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you? He countered that and made it look easy.
I don't think these superstars
तुम्हारा
are
था
over
ना
the top rope,
मैं
but
ऊपर
down to the
तुम्हारा था
floor. That's an elimination.
ऊपर तुम्हारा था
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King?
अभी
I
लेफ्ट
think
पे
this
बाहर
is
करेंगे
still an extremely competitive
Guys.
match that could go either.
I don't believe it. He's been eliminated.
He doesn't look too happy about it, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
elimination is an elimination.
ये
He's a slippery devil.
गेंद बाहर हो गया जा
I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
He might as
अरे वो
well
तो
go
अभी
walk
आया
back to
था
the locker room. He's out of this match.
ए रोक ले ए एडी भाई अब भी आया एडी भाई
I'll agree with you about the larger part, JR.
एडी
He's about as
गुडेरो
wide as he is tall. I'd say he should take up sumo wrestling, but I don't want to see him in a loincloth.
No one's ever going to accuse Big Show. You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle. What a reversal.
एडी गुडेरो
I highly doubt that, King. We've seen Rey Mysterio get in the ring with some of the biggest, meanest superstars
Hello.
in all of sports entertainment, and he's won more than his fair share of matches against him.
I love the fact that these fans always cheer so loudly for Eddie Guerrero, a superstar who doesn't even try to hide the fact that he wins his matches by lying, cheating, and stealing.
It's a Guerrero family tradition, King. He's proud of it, and it's not something that Eddie tries to hide. You know,
Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR.
ओ भैया ओ भैया ओ मार
After some of the things,
there he goes. He's out of the match.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right. He reversed it. This has gone beyond just
मैं फिनिशर का मारूंगा भाई को फिनिशर कैसे मारते हैं मेरे को नहीं आता
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could
ऐसे
kill,
मारो
someone will be pushing up daisies.
And you've got to admit,
अरे भाई
it
ये
makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does.
भाई 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 भाई
He's been eliminated from the match.
अंडरटेकर आ गया
Boy, what an incredible competitor Rey Mysterio is. I'd have to say that pound for pound, he might be the most exciting superstar.
Well, there's one less superstar in this match now.
बहुत जगह टिकाऊं मैं बहुत बुरा मारेंगे वो लोग भाई उसमें फिर 10 नंबर तक जाऊंगा यार मेरे पास आ गया भाई 10 क्या
You're not wrong, King. They can do every week until they are physically incapable
No.
of continuing.
It looks like he might be going for the submission here,
भाई इसको क्या
JR.
बाहर कर
He
रहा
sure is. He's got the lasso from El Paso locked in. I'd love to. Did you see that? Ring the damn bell. You
No.
can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal. I can't believe he countered that one.
हाँ उसको था अंडरटेकर को था अंडरटेकर भाई सॉरी गलती हो गई भाई
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
I know these superstars want to keep going, but I don't know if they're going to be able to for much longer.
लो
Excellent counter. What
लेटे
ring
लेटे खा
presence.
लिए पन्ने
His
को
opponent telegraphed that one.
स्टैमिना बढ़ा लो भैया स्टैमिना नहीं
Up and over and out. Eliminated.
This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow. Could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? This match has the
Once in a
potential to be
while,
an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the
अरे भाई
intelligence
गलती हो
of these WWE fans?
Well, I
गलती हो
heard that we
गई
gave him an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for the King here tonight. He must have gotten up on the wrong side of somebody else's bed this morning.
अरे भाई
I'm not sure if it's your eyes or your brain that shot Jake.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing, King? Looks like turnabout is fair play. A textbook reversal there.
हमने आया नहीं, आपने आरबीडी के चल रहे हैं।
What? What are you saying?
नो सीना बाहर से जाके अंदर आ गया, तोड़ दिया
I'm a raw man through and through.
तो हमने उड़ा लो भाई।
I said I wouldn't love
तो बड़े ना बड़े स्टैमिना जरूर बढ़
Rey
जाएंगे।
Mysterio on the roster.
Why would you want to do something like that to Mysterio, JR?
अरे अंडू भाई गलती हो गई भाई।
Twice his size, then destroy him.
बोला ना गलती हो गई।
Looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression.
गलती हो गई भाई, अटक गया
You
ना प्ले।
always seem to be in such a hurry, JR.
I think I've been a little too much good on the
Yeah,
barbecue my day, King. Hurry anyway. He's not going to get caught with that one.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit. Is that? Yes, that's an elimination.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight. This match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar. That went nowhere.
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have. And this is one hell of an No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, but I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much, and there's the elimination.
Well, I think it's obvious to me that what Viscera really loves is a good all-you-can-eat buffet. Then again, so do a lot of these fans. So maybe it makes sense after all. Viscera calls himself the world's largest love machine. But I find it hard to believe that the ladies would go for someone like him.
I know how you feel, King. I've often thought the same thing about you. And how about going 14-0 at WrestleMania, King? How about being a 4-time WWE champion? Does that impress?
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy my Oklahoma ass. That's cheap, plain and simple.
I think I know who's going to win this match, but I don't want to say. I'm afraid I'll jinx it.
Come on, King. Don't tell me you're superstitious.
Of course not, JR. I'm not superstitious because I know that's unlucky. Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now. You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their career.
That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar.
Tafari thinks that everyone hates him because he's Arab American. Nothing could be further from the truth. Everyone hates him because he's a jerk.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, he's got someone else doing his dirty work for him. I'm amazed he's even competing in this match. Boy, I tell you, King, this Tafari makes me sick. I tracked him through a barbecue cookout when he left Raw. I was hoping I'd never have to set foot in the same arena with him again.
He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match. I mean, talk about adding insult to injury. He walked out of the ring and the match.
I'm looking at one of the most awesome forces I've ever seen in a WWE ring. And I think the dead man's going to remind everyone...
Oh, no! Wow! He wasn't too gentle about throwing him out. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way. And I think it's going to pay off, mark my words. say, Jay. Here it comes. The backflip. Your Rahe slam.
That's a heck of a signature move, JR. I don't think we've ever seen anyone get up from that one. You might be right, JR. Most WWE superstars are only human. I'm not sure you can say that about the Great Khali. Look at the size of the Great Khali, JR. Where do you find someone like that?
बोलो मैं लगा रहा हूँ 5 मिनट में लोगों को भेज रहा हूँ वहाँ मिलते हैं
walk in the face of this earth.
वरना का जुगाड़िया पता नहीं है कहाँ है.
These superstars have put in on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them
I think I'll take it to the right.
That's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy,
if wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it? Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR. And I don't think we'd have it any other way.
That's one fewer superstar in this match. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. You'll dog and repeat on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment. He just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? You think this is going to be a back and forth kind of match? Or do you think this is going to be pretty one-sided, JR?
I couldn't tell you, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that you can never tell how a match is going to go.
That was a long way to go for a simple, I don't know, JR.
Boy, you're talking about awesome. I don't think I could ever forget the sheer size and mass of the Great Khali.
This guy's a monster, JR. There's not a single superstar on the roster that he doesn't look down at.
In more ways than one. From what I can tell, the Great Khali doesn't consider anyone to be in his league. I think he's going for it, King.
He sure is, JR. And there it is, the Celtic Cross. You might as well ring the bell now. No one gets up from that. I'll never understand what the big deal is about Batista. He's just another superstar with more muscles than brains as far as I'm concerned.
You couldn't be more wrong, King. I've always found Batista to be extremely intelligent. You don't often see anyone put anything past him in the ring or outside it.
I think Matt Hardy should change his slogan from "I will not die" to "I cannot win."
King, why do you say things like that when 9 times out of 10 they just make you look like a fool in retrospect? I've been one of Matt Hardy's biggest supporters since the early days of his career, and it's great to see him in action here tonight.
Yeah, ever since he went to SmackDown, we haven't seen much of Matt Hardy, and you don't hear me complaining. JR's not going to be happy about this one, folks. I think one of his favorites is going to get beat like the proverbial government mule.
I'm not playing favorites, King. I might have issues with certain superstars as human beings, but I respect their in-ring abilities nonetheless.
JR, you're so full of it and you've got diarrhea of the mouth and constipation of the brain. I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or lose this thing.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you play favorites. You're always trying to kiss up to the fans by talking up whoever they're cheering for.
I've never been a kiss up to my wife, King, which is more than I can say for some people. I follow like I see it, and I'm flattered that the WWE fans agree with me as often as they do.
I don't know how much more of this I can stand to listen to, JR. You know what the difference between you and I-95 is? You can turn off I-95.
Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all.
Me neither, JR. I guess that just goes to show that anything can happen in the WWE.
I think you hit the nail right on the head, King. And it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
Let's hope not, JR. One of these guys is already too much.
The word monster gets thrown around a little too freely in this business, but it's an apt description for the great Khali. 7'3", 420 pounds.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
I'm so disgusted with Batista, JR. He could have stayed with Triple H and Ric Flair in Evolution and continued to ride the coattails of two of the greatest legends in this business. Instead, he threw it all away.
What are you talking about, King? Batista never rode anyone's coattails. He's his own man. He earned his spot. And Flair and Triple H are two of the greats, no doubt about it. But Batista proves he's at their level when he beat Triple H for the World Heavyweight title. I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intense. Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going. Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for SmackDown colleagues, but no, I don't. I truly believe Raw is a dominant brand of sports entertainment.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand. Not the... Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much.
Wow. Stealing your opponent's finishing move definitely sends a message. I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. They're not taking it easy on each other either.
It's been said a million times, but I'll say it again. This isn't ballet. Ruthless aggression is the name of the game.
Oh, for the love of... Open your eyes, Ref. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one. You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it, but it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was...
Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match. And now it's paying off.
I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see him go at it again and again. Yeah, and how great would it be to have someone the size of the great Khali on Raw, JR?
No, thank you. One of these days, the great Khali is going on a rampage. And quite frankly, I don't think there's anyone on SmackDown who could stop him if he did.
Looks like things have quieted down here a bit, JR.
Well, you can be certain that won't last long, King.
That's for sure. I haven't seen a superstar yet who goes down without a fight.
ट्रायंगल है विनर फिलहाल आज के लिए बस इतना ही। Continue ka rin, Brad. Bye-bye.